Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Matt.
I'm Celine. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. This is Peculiar Pairings, where we eat and drink weird stuff and we talk about weird stuff, and hopefully it's a good time.
That is the hope. We can only hope.
I mean, so far so good, I think. We got like 2.5 listeners, and
we have more than that. Come on.
Well, they're really credit. They're really pleased listeners, I think. I don't know.
I feel like that is true.
A lot of them are overseas, and so I don't really know if they're pleased anyway. Like, even if I read comments, it would be like, it's cool. I don't know.
I mean, my mom listened to an episode. She listened to a Candyman episode. She was telling me this the other day, and she's like, so far I like it. I'm like, it's gonna just be downhill from here, Mom. Like, you started at 13.
Oh, lucky number 13 about one of the worst things in the history of the podcast. It's just the darkest.
I'm kidding. I think she's gonna enjoy it. But I was like, yeah, that was a dark episode. And she's like, it is. Yeah. Oh my God.
I am actually kind of surprised at how long it can sometimes take information to like disseminate through communities, only because I post things on Instagram and then it's linked to both my Twitter and Facebook. And like just last week, my own mom texted or like messaged on something on Facebook that was like, "Oh, I didn't know you had a podcast. I'm going to start listening." I'm like, "Well, it's only 6 months later. That's cool."
Yes.
And it seems like stuff that would be up her alley, so I hope she'll like it. It's just kind of.
I will say that is what I have heard. I've heard that she would like our content, so
yeah,
I'm excited.
Speaking of content, what is our story this week?
Celebrities faking their own deaths.
I'm so goddamn excited.
I guess celebrities who are known for faking their own deaths. It's an interesting mix of people.
Which is interesting too, just because I've definitely heard some like faking death stories, but I don't think I've ever heard a story of a celebrity specifically who's like faking their own death. And that got me very excited.
Oh. This is kind of a mixed bag as far as the context goes, because we will talk about celebrities who I guess more have the hoax of being alive. And then one in particular who just has a death hoax in general.
Okay, well, now I am simultaneously confused and intrigued. And that's a good place to be to start this podcast.
Yeah. When you know who we're talking about, it will make a lot more sense.
Okay. Well, good.
Yes.
That also made me very excited for some reason when I was thinking of the pairings this week. The drink took me a little while, and it is deliberately made to not be tasty. So for anyone who's like following along with stuff that we're doing, beware, because one, I'm not a mixologist. I'm not always good at pairing things, which is also kind of the point because they're supposed to be peculiar. That's in the title. But but this one, I'm not sure what to think of it, and I literally haven't tasted it at all. This is one that I wanted to taste for the first time while we were recording. Live. Yeah. Before we get to that, I will say I instantly thought about Mounds bars as the treat, just because one, the name is literally mounds, and when you're talking about like deaths, I was thinking of mounds of dirt, and since they're fake deaths, I thought this made sense too, because instead of being a grave, they're actually tasty treats. So I thought it fit the theme, and they even kind of look like little graves.
They kind of do. I like the perfect size.
Yeah, and I love me some coconut. They're just like the perfect tasty kind of mix of dark chocolate and sweetness. I think a lot of people think they're overly sweet, but I feel like that's going to be perfect to pair with the drink, because the drink, I have called it the near death, and it is just a shot of vodka, a shot of Kraken rum, and a shot of Kahlua topped with water. So there's just nothing to it other than straight alcohol. Although Kahlua is more of a liqueur, I guess. But I think
it is. It is. Take a sip, Matt.
Okay, here we go.
I'm intrigued. I want to know your thoughts.
Oh, wow. That's actually not bad. I really like Kraken rum, and I guess I just used Lily's vodka. I should really look at what brand it is, but as far as I can tell, it's relatively good vodka. But
versus like
just like bottom barrel plastic bottle $5 stuff.
They have Sky vodka, so I'm not like I'm not going like Grey Goose or anything like that. No top shelf liquor here.
But you're using one that would be in a magazine. You're using an alcohol that's not bottom barrel.
It's not the very bottom, but it is certainly not the top.
Well, and I wasn't expecting the Kahlua to be the predominant flavor, but I really, really like Kahlua. The one we had last week with the Coke and the Kahlua was delicious. This is actually more tasty than I expected it to be. And for the record, I didn't like eyeball it. I measured each of them out, so there is exact amounts of each one in here, and then it's just filled. It's probably like a 12 or 16 ounce glass and just 3 shots of alcohol and water, and I am surprised it's quite tasty.
Yeah, it's definitely better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
maybe my expectations were just like so low. That's I'm like, I'm not going to like this.
That's what I was just saying.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be completely disgusting and just, it kind of makes me feel like I should change the name because it's not the greatest, but it's no Kahlua, but it's
just call it like kissing death or something. So it sounds pleasant.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? That it's actually kind of perfect then because it also fits the theme. Because I thought I was going to die and not even close. It's actually rather delightful. So it's a fake death.
It is a fake death.
It is. I'm going to call it near death, and but it's like colon. If you're in the know, it'll be like or not colon. It'll be parentheses. Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, and then the real name like this. Yeah, like if it was on a secret menu, the real name would just be fake death.
Yes.
Huh, I'll be damned.
All right.
Well, now I'm in the mood. Let's do it.
I have a very long list of sources.
Oh.
So I'm going to say it kind of fast.
Okay. Should we time
No, please don't. I have an episode from Good Mythical Morning from YouTube, a blog post on Avril Lavigne, a YouTube video about Michael Jackson. I have another YouTube video, which I did not get the title of. Oh, it's Michael Jackson is alive! Exclamation point. I have an article from Time.com about Elvis Presley, allthat'sinteresting.com for Jim Morrison, Grunge.com for more about Jim Morrison, UTDailyBeacon.com for Tupac, TheSun.com for Tupac, Wikipedia for Michael Jackson, Wikipedia for Avril Lavigne, CapitalExtra.com for Tupac, and DailyStar.co.uk for Michael Jackson.
Okay, some of these were more surprising than others. A lot of those not really shocking. I guess I wasn't expecting Michael Jackson, but at the same time, when you first said his name, I'm like, it's also not surprising. He just seemed like a kooky guy and did weird stuff, and yeah. But Avril Lavigne, like, what? Why the hell is she involved in any of this?
Oh, you'll understand.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
We're going to talk about Elvis Presley, Jim Morrison, Tupac Shakur, Avril Lavigne, and Michael Jackson. In that order, actually.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, considering how many times you listed some sort of source for Michael Jackson, I was like, I feel like he's the finale.
He is the finale.
Oh, boy. Are we starting with Avril?
We're starting with Elvis.
Oh, you already said that. Great. Why did I think?
Yes, we're starting with the king of rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
As we should. We're going to start with the king and end with the king.
Oh,
So we're starting with the king, Elvis, who, as we all know, died on August 16th, 1977.
Or did he?
Or did he? We don't know.
We do know, but we
do and we don't.
He was abducted by aliens.
I did not see that one.
Wait, really?
I kind of want to know more.
That's not. Wait, that's
one of the ones I found.
Oh my god! I figured that was the prevailing theory.
No, I have not heard that one at all. Actually.
I might be pulling that straight from Independence Day. There's one woman right before, as they're all dancing on the
aliens.
Yeah, they're like interviewing people like right before the aliens destroy just everything, and some woman says, "Oh God, I hope they bring back Elvis." But I was pretty sure that was based on some sort of thing. But
no,
all right, I guess we'll see what happens.
As the story goes, Elvis died on the toilet. That's actually not true. I actually don't know how he died, but it could have. I don't think he was specifically on the toilet, but it could have been in the bathroom.
We should have had my dad on for this episode. He could tell you the entire life story of Elvis from memory, from beginning to end. I'm pretty sure, and I think
can we just have him do that, just like because for an episode? Want to.
Yeah, just like a special Patreon thing. Just dad
just an episode saying of Elvis, just because I think Elvis is like a cool person, and did break a lot of ground and change a lot of things within the realm of rock and roll, just with his music. So he's a great man in history. So,
and he was one of the, I believe he was one of the first like sort of megastar like franchises, essentially, where one of the things that kept him going was knowing that he himself was essentially a business. So if he didn't go on tour, if he didn't keep playing, there were people that didn't get paid. And that kind of killed him. So he's like, and then it sort of literally killed him. But I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure the official story is he did in fact die on the toilet. It was a complication of medication and basically bowel obstruction, and attempting to use the lavatory literally killed him.
Oh, that's sad.
It's so sad. It is. It's so sad. But then, you get jokes like the king died on the throne, and it's kind of shitty humor, but
we can do better. Come on.
Yeah, we can.
So his death both stunned and devastated his fans for obvious reasons.
Right.
And in the days following his death, lots of people speculated that he may not have died at all, despite the doctor and coroner stating that he was in fact dead.
Yeah.
We're like, no, Elvis must be alive. Elvis is alive.
We believe. Bring him back, Elvis. Which, not to mention, they don't have anything to gain by lying about that. Him being dead does not benefit anyone.
It doesn't benefit anyone, which I think that's kind of the thing that makes me sad reading some of these, is that nobody except for Tupac gains from death. Although I guess maybe Tupac and Michael Jackson actually. But that's we'll get into that.
That's a good tease. I have no idea what that means, and I'm curious.
Despite Elvis being dead, there have been tons of sightings for him. There is an entire Wikipedia page dedicated to sightings of Elvis.
No way.
Yes.
And they're all just imitators or impersonators just walking around, and people are like...
in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Curiously enough, the most number of the highest concentration of sightings is in downtown Las Vegas. It's so weird.
What is that? It's always at chapels.
Yeah, there's 1,000 on the Strip every month.
So many. One of the bigger sightings people have seen of him is in the movie Home Alone. Actually. And I couldn't see anything more than the fact that he's just in there at some point.
Just in the background or something?
Yeah, I think so. I'll have to just like go to YouTube, and I am sure if all I do is search Elvis Home Alone, I will find it. I just did not do it for this particular.
You have already thrown me for so many loops that I would have never seen coming. The idea that one of the biggest or maybe best documented sort of sightings would be in Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Oh yeah, there's Elvis. He's walking in the background. He's getting on the plane with the
family as they're like leaving their child.
I was trying to be impressive and no. I just remember Kevin, and then it's his mom, and for some reason I keep thinking Lawrence, Anderson, Johnson, and then I'm like, no, none of those sound right, and it's wrong. Presley. They're all Presleys.
They're all Presleys. And one of the other bigger theories for Elvis's death was that he had ties to the mafia.
Oh.
And then he was working for the FBI. And
so far, my favorite theory.
Yeah, this theory is all done and researched by Gail Brewer Giorgio. Or Giorgio. Yeah, Giorgio. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I was going to say, do you want to take one more stab at that?
Gail. With Gail.
May I guess, is it based on him being christened by is it Reagan? If I'm not mistaken, he actually met with a president that ordained him as an agent of the Secret Service, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember who exactly, but that is actually one of her main sticking points as to why he would be in the FBI, which
okay, cool.
She talks about in her book, Is Elvis Alive? And she very much believes that this is the truth.
She believes he is alive?
Yes, she does.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I might have to read this.
After going through thousands of FBI documents, she came to this conclusion. The conclusion that Elvis is an American hero and had to go into witness protection, which is why his death was faked.
Fucking brilliant.
So she claims that the FBI enlisted Elvis as an undercover agent in 1976 to infiltrate the crime organization known as the Fraternity, which is like a branch of the mafia, I believe.
I don't mean to stop like right away again, as I keep doing, but undercover, it tends to imply assuming a different identity.
Yes.
Except he's Elvis.
I know. It is still Elvis at the end of the day. So like, unless they're like reconstructing part of his face.
Yeah, and changing entirely his voice. Hey, how you doing, guys? Hey, yeah, I'm coming in. Hey, you guys got any drugs? Yeah, we killing people today? Hey, is that a oh my god, yeah. I might have to revisit that. That is a terrible impression.
But she believes that actually because of the kind of like christening situation and Elvis offering his services to the FBI.
Yeah,
which is,
okay.
To be fair, the FBI is like, yeah, he said that, but just because he says that does not mean that we do that. We don't just pick people and they're like, you need anything.
Not to mention, if they were eventually going to take him up on that, I feel like they would do everything they could to hide the fact that he ever approached them. You know, like they would want to, I assume they would want to keep as much distance between them and his public persona as possible.
Yeah, that is what I would assume.
Unless that's what they want us to think. This is getting
That's possible.
Yeah.
But with that being said, she believes that he had some dealings with them. They found out he was a mole and then had to go into witness protection because it was kill or be killed type of situation.
Well, yeah, that would certainly work out. Yeah. I mean,
Which the FBI definitely denies this. And they're like, did he offer his services to us? Yes. Did he speak very highly of us? Yes. And we respect that. And we thank him for that. Did this happen? No.
No.
But Gail remains firm on her stance, despite the lack of evidence. This actually happened.
Out of the thousands of FBI files that she has read, there is so little evidence, but she is just clinging to this theory.
She's sticking to her guns. Gail just knows.
My favorite part of that is imagining him deep undercover with some dangerous mafiosos, and they're doing whatever, hanging out somewhere, and some classic Elvis song comes on, and he goes, "Hey, I know this one."
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah,
it's like
hey, you guys like music?
Yeah.
Got a little knowing wink. Anybody else like music? Boy, that Elvis kid, he's got quite a talent, doesn't he?
But he can't sing to it because it's going to give him away.
Exactly. His soul is dying to sing. He knows every bar of that song inside and out. He wants to just cry to the rafters, and a single tear starts falling down his cheek as he thinks, I never should have joined the FBI. Caught in the trap. No. And I can't get out. No, you got to stop.
Elvis.
He's so sad. I can't. It's making me so sad because I bet he'd be great at it if he wasn't Elvis.
I feel like he would be because he puts his heart and soul into stuff.
Exactly.
But because it's Elvis, like.
I mean, I don't think there's enough. Yeah, even if it was like towards the end of his life when he was admittedly getting kind of chunky and whatnot, he still looked like Elvis. Like it's still, I'm still gonna he's gonna walk into a room no matter what kind of wig, prosthetics, makeup, or whatever you got him, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, is that fucking Elvis? Elvis, is that you? No. Yeah. I mean, what? What are you talking? Who's that?"
Yes. So outside of the FBI, there's also the tombstone theory, which is what I am choosing to call this one.
Oh, shut up.
Just that Elvis's middle name is spelled wrong on his tombstone. So it must not be him.
Oh, I for some reason was thinking it was linked to like the OK Corral shootout of tombstones.
No, it is not.
You mean a literal tombstone?
A literal tombstone. And that his name is spelled Aaron, Aron, not Aaron, Aaron, Aaron.
Yeah, who doesn't know Aaron? Come on.
So I'm like, solid theory.
But that's
the name is spelled wrong, so that must not be him.
Wait, that's the whole theory?
That's the whole theory.
I mean, it's
just the whole theory.
It holds water just in the sense, and I think a lot of these, especially surrounding the king, a lot of these come down to, it's Elvis. How do you not know? So, like, I can kind of see how if you are the guy, the person responsible for creating the tombstone, how do you fuck up Elvis's? He's Elvis. You have to get that name right.
I know.
You'll never work again.
No.
Is it, as far as you know, is it still like that? Like
as far as I know, it is still like that. So either people don't actually know how he spelled his middle name, and it actually is correct.
Yeah.
Or it's incorrect, and they're just like, it's just like the amount of time to fix it is just like so much.
Again, comes back to it's Elvis. Fix it. Like, how have you not? Oh my God. I actually really like the idea that maybe it really is just one A. He's one of the few people who spells Aaron with an A and it's just one A.
Yeah.
And so everyone just assumes that it must have been done incorrectly. But they're like, no, we spelled it with one A because two A's doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah. So then there's also a 2005 interview with Oprah that was with Elvis's wife Priscilla and their daughter Lisa Marie.
Mm-hmm.
in which they were talking about how Elvis used to spoil their daughter, and she then stated, "That's exactly what he said the other day," and then corrected herself to, "Oh, that's what you said. That's what you said the other day." I'm like, is this child seeing ghosts? Is that what's happening here? And you're just like missing that point? Or is there something else going on and he actually did fake his death and he's hiding like at home in plain sight?
That is absolutely my favorite evidence for this whole theory. Like,
I know.
That's what he said the other that's what you said. Oh my God, the people in the audience
said.
Yeah, I mean, she looks out into the cameras and starts sweating. She's like, "No, I was looking at my mom, and that's what." Oh, is that hot in here?
Hot in here?
Dad. She starts talking to him through the camera.
And outside of that, some people think that Elvis attended his own 82nd birthday party.
Oh, I thought you said
that's it.
I thought you said 82nd. Like, we just decided to have an 82nd, like a birthday party that lasted 80 seconds.
No, his 82nd, as in he was 82 years old, or would have been 82 years old.
See, that's what a normal person would think, because that's an age that a person can reach. And no one in their right goddamn mind would have a birthday party that's a minute and 20 seconds.
I just want to throw a birthday party that's a minute and 28 seconds just for that.
Yeah, guys, can we just like real quick do it, and then I'm gonna be out.
And then I'm done. Like, quick Irish goodbye.
Quick Irish goodbye. Cause I'm fucking Elvis. That's why. And I'm getting the fuck out. I got shit to do. 80 seconds is a goodbye.
Our last theory is that he actually never left Graceland. And that he is one of the groundskeepers to his own estate.
Oh my God.
And there is a groundskeeper who is the same age that Elvis would be today if he was still alive.
Yes.
And a lot of people believe that he has a similar gait with how he walks and kind of just like some similar mannerisms.
This might make me cry. I want that to be true so badly.
So, and if you actually watch the Good Mythical Morning episode where they talk about celebrities faking their own death, or celebrities who have died but are thought to be alive, they talk about this one a little bit more, and some of the stuff that people look into with this groundskeeper specifically.
And then it also works like with his daughter having like slipped up, because she might have actually had like a conversation.
They could have talked with each other.
And then he keeps an eye on his old estate because he's working there. And everybody who passes by doesn't pay attention. He's just like, "Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, I hear it's nice. I hear it's nice in there. Have a good day." To be
fair, if the whole point was to escape the limelight and just kind of those pressures,
yeah,
it's kind of like the perfect way to go.
Yeah, because he can essentially, he's still him. He's still living in the same. Yeah, he's still present at his own home, but he's just off in the shadows, just slightly.
He's unassuming.
I like that theory. He gets to just live a quiet life.
That one is like my favorite.
That's, I gotta admit, that is really sweet, and it's you kind of want it for him, you know,
you do.
I kind of, I rather than a very unceremonious death on the toilet, like I really do kind of, although that's kind of what makes me think, like, if you were going to fake your own death, or if someone was going to help you fake a death or something, I would try to come up with a better death story.
Yeah.
He went off a cliff on a blazing blaze of glory and some awesome, like, some 50s, or no, I think, when did you say he died? Didn't he live into the 70s?
Yeah, he died in 1977.
Yeah, goes off a cliff in an awesome like 68 Charger.
Ooh.
Eating fried chicken and shit.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he just comes back and he applies for a job to tend ground at the Elvis estate. Yeah, just lives a quiet life.
He says his name is Aaron. I actually have no idea if that's his name, but like, I like to think that that's what it would be. My name's Aaron.
Yeah,
no one would know.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I just need a job. I'm a good Nashville boy. That's all I am. I just
so that is
rake
Elvis.
leaves and
it'll make me cry, Matt. I might cry, and I don't like to cry.
I don't either. It just one tear rolls down his eye every day, or down his cheek, not down his eye. As he watches the leaves. Yeah. I cry weird. My tear ducts. My tear ducts ended up on top of my eyelashes, and it was just like a sad waterfall. You ever seen what it looks like on a windshield as all the rain just drizzles down it, but you don't have no wipers? That's what it looks like in my eyes.
Oh.
I'm caught in the trap,
Elvis.
and I can't get out. Just raking leaves for the rest of my life, no doubt.
Rest in peace, King of Rock and Roll.
One for the king.
And speaking of kings, we're going to Jim Morrison, the Lizard King.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is a good, not really dead story. I don't know anything about it. I just am somehow pleased that like his isn't akin to Presley's. I like that he's like, oh no, and instead of him just like working for the FBI, being an international hero and tending grounds at his own estate, no, he's a fucking lizard.
That was like his nickname was the Lizard King.
Oh, I'm sorry. I also just know nothing about him.
That was like his nickname was the Lizard King, Jim Morrison. He is a pretty eccentric guy in general.
And this is why we're here, so Matt can learn some things, because what the fuck? I didn't know.
He was frontman for The Doors. And he is believed to have died in his bathtub in his Paris apartment. And he was found by his girlfriend.
I mean, not a bad way to go.
No. He died on July 3rd, 1971. And the French officials declared it to be heart failure, but didn't conduct an autopsy, just kind of quickly and quietly buried him. So they buried him in Paris's Père Lachaise cemetery.
Huh. I wouldn't have guessed he was buried in Paris. Although, I mean, nothing stirs a good conspiracy theory like not getting an autopsy.
I know.
Yeah. Especially on such a high-profile person.
Yes. And when he did die, some people are like, oh, it was just the end of his very long downward spiral.
This is the end.
Like, it's just kind of like a sad ending, but also something people saw as kind of inevitable.
Yeah. Like, and there again, in terms of like hard living, rock and rolling kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Presumably like taking a bath, like soaking in a bath. I mean, it's not one could die in worse ways.
Yeah. Morrison really struggled with fame and addiction for years.
Yeah.
In 1969, he exposed himself at a concert.
Oh.
And was facing like a trial with that. And it was just like kind of a mess. And he's like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, this is too much. So then he and his girlfriend packed their bags, moved to Paris. Because he's like, I'm fed up with this. I don't want to live in the US anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. He just kind of was like, I'm done. I'm done.
Wait. He exposed himself like on a live performance on stage?
On stage.
And that was traumatic for him?
I think it was the aftermath.
Yeah.
It was more traumatic for him.
I can definitely see that being a rough bit of aftermath.
And I think just kind of not being in a good mental state and then being like, oh, I did that. I did that.
Okay, I see
Oh.
which. Yeah, okay. I kind of trying to come to terms with the idea that he did this thing and okay, I see where you're at. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking he's like, people didn't get it, so I'm out of here.
No,
like,
it was very much more like the pressure of being a star was too much. He was having a lot of trouble with like addiction and I think just generally overwhelmed all the time.
That sounds fair. I mean, it seems the unfortunate truth about people with that kind of talent is that they often have internal demons they struggle with, and then they get pushed into the limelight, and they're ultimately one of those people who's like, I just want to write my music. I'm not here to like be an icon or anything. I don't want this fame.
I'm not here to be this kind of person.
Yeah, I just want to write my songs, man. I don't want to be an international superstar.
Yeah. So there was a few accounts, and the biggest one being from Sam Barnett, who was a former New York Times journalist, who at the time of Morrison's death was a manager for this rock and roll nightclub in Paris. And when Morrison died, he's like, oh, well, I saw him the other night at my club with some like known drug dealers. And it was believed that he actually OD'd on heroin at the nightclub. And that's where he died.
Oh, and then they like tried to cover it up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And he did actually OD from overdosing on heroin and ultimately died from heart failure. So could he have gotten the heroin at the club? Maybe. Did he die at the club? We don't really know.
Was an autopsy done? Of course not.
No.
Why would it?
But because there is no autopsy done, a lot of people are like, are we sure he isn't like actually alive though?
I do love I love how like, okay, there's just enough of a gap in there for a conspiracy theory to worm its way in. But it's not, the conspiracy isn't like between whether he was murdered or died of natural causes or even complications from like a consensual overdose. Like he bought this much heroin, he did it to himself versus someone like injecting him. No, it's, is he even really dead? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the reason behind this comes from Gerald Pitts, who supposedly is Morrison's agent. I don't know how true that is, but he claims that Morrison is now a rancher in Oregon.
Huh.
Because why not?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, a lot of people actually do believe that he is a rancher living in Oregon. So he's definitely not alone in that, but he spoke to classic bands and told the publication that the Lizard King purchased a ranch in 1999 and that Jim Morrison helped him, Gerald Pitts, put together a stagecoach rodeo.
I don't know why.
Not sure what that has to do with anything or like why you felt the need to include that, but like, all right.
Those words put together are just funny as hell to me. I don't know why.
Stagecoach rodeo.
Well, because it makes me think of like a rodeo being performed using stagecoaches. So like it really changes the dynamic of the barrel running. Oh my God.
You're like trying to rope down a stagecoach.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of feel like that should be a thing. Yeah, you've got like a whole team of like 8 horses, and you're mimicking like an old like Wells Fargo or like what do you call it? The God damn it, the telegram thing. The fuck is that called?
The Pony Express?
Sure. I was thinking of
I mean, that's like what they used to call the mail and like delivering it.
Yeah. No, but that was like literally a dude on a single horse. I'm thinking of like a stagecoach. They would, God damn it, it's still a thing. It's like money orders, but it's not Wells Fargo. It's God damn it, it's some company. I can't remember. They specialize in it. Western Union.
Oh, yeah.
Western Union. A Western Union stagecoach. That took way too long, but I'm sticking with it. And you're taking an entire team of horses trying to like slalom down. Yeah. And then you got a guy in the back who's, and then you got a dude who's also doing like 6-shooter, like trick shooting.
It's just
as
like
your
pistol.
Exactly. Yeah. And so you got one dude who's just constantly driving this whole team of horses through like a really kind of muddy, dirty off-road slalom course. You got one dude who's roping things, and you got another dude who's shooting dudes out in the like targets and stuff. And they're like, we got to get this telegram on to Western Union or else we gonna die. Yeah. And then, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah. So
Stagecoach rodeo.
I don't really know what exactly he means by stagecoach rodeo, but hey, whatever.
More power to you. I'm assuming it's a rodeo that is like that travels by stagecoach or something.
I think so, but
I think my idea is better.
Yeah, he did say that what actually happened is that Morrison made it seem like he died from overdosing on heroin, but actually was in a coma for 6 weeks. And that they used that as the opportunity to say that he died. He also says that if you go to his gravesite and you scan it, you will find that there is no body in the grave.
Ooh, that's creepy.
That one is kind of creepy. I don't like that.
I
don't like that.
I feel like there are easier ways to fake your death than
I think so.
Than a coma. Like I feel like a coma's. I mean, well, they can medically induce comas. Maybe they had a doctor in on it. Okay.
Well, I think the thing is that using the right amount of heroin so that it's just on that line is not something people can do.
No.
Especially if you already have problems with addiction.
I'm assuming they would have had to have had some kind of medical professional in on it, and they fudged the report of like him having died. Wait a minute. Did you say there was a tox report?
No, they didn't do any sort of autopsy. They're just like, he died. Let's bury him. Ooh.
Oh, so yeah, he wouldn't have even had to have done any heroin. He could have just been medically induced into a coma and then said,
yeah, he didn't have to do anything.
Okay, really. This theory's holding more and more water. I gotta say.
That is Jim Morrison. I don't have a whole lot after that, just that he's happily living in Oregon.
Well, that's nice. It's not as awesome as Elvis tending his own estate, but
no.
Do we have any records of anyone scanning his grave?
Do not. So I think it's more that. Well, like, what technology would you even use for that?
I was like, all he says is scanning. And like, presumably this was in like the 2000s.
By that.
Yeah, what type of scanning, bro?
What
okay, I'm telling you though,
are you using?
When this podcast inevitably just takes off and becomes a worldwide sensation, and we have the means, we're going to Paris and we are quote unquote scanning his grave.
Yeah, and I've been there before, so I'll keep us safe from all the pickpockets.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I went there when I studied abroad. I actually went to Paris twice. It was wonderful.
Yeah, I bet it was. Good for you.
You do have to be like really careful about getting pickpocketed, though.
Oh, wow.
That is like the biggest issue.
Really? That sucks. Fuck you, Paris.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of like the places you want to go to too, and you have people just like approach you and they're like, buy this from me, and you're like, no, and they're like, but buy it for me, and they're trying to distract you long enough so then like someone else can come in.
Yeah, they go to all the tourist traps where they know all the stupid people, all the stupid tourists are going, and
which I mean, I did go to like all of them because like I had to, but that's beside the point.
Just a little humble brag in there. I've only been to Paris twice. That's why, it's no big deal.
We'll go back. I will go back. You will go with me.
Okay. We'll go back. Not you. I'm going to go by myself. But
no. You will come too. We will go. I will be going back. You will be going for the first time, and it will be wonderful.
You don't
and
have
we
to
will find Jim Morrison's grave, and we will scan it. And Matt's going to drop his mic in the meantime.
Threw it across the fucking...
He's raging about Paris.
I would love for that to have been pure emotion and not just an inability to determine where my hands are in a three-dimensional space. Just throw shit everywhere. See, this is why I can't go to nice places like Paris, because of this kind of monkey brain bullshit where I just flail my arms and I get upset about Jim Morrison.
Honestly, I think that would be the thing that like deters people from approaching you, is just like the flailing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, yeah.
So I think that would work in your favor, actually, because you'd be too unpredictable.
Nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't think of that as a plus. Yeah, I'll be the deterrent. Hey, guys, what are we doing? Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
I'll be honest, I didn't know he was in Paris. Well, that's nice.
I didn't either, but now we know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Does it? Oh, that was terrible. So who's next?
Tupac. Going to Tupac Shakur, who, as we both know, took over the rap scene of the 90s.
Yeah, West Coast, baby. God, I hope I got that right. He's West Coast, right? Is he East?
So.
I'm going to assume.
I think he's West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast, baby. I'm just going to say it with enough confidence that I know what I'm talking about.
So, on September 7th, 1996, he was shot multiple times in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. It was at a stoplight, which BuzzFeed has a whole episode with BuzzFeed Unsolved where they talk about Tupac.
Oh, yeah.
And like the mystery of his death. I think they talk about Tupac and then they do an episode with Biggie Smalls. And then they talk about, I think they like combine it because they're both involved in everything and kind of like the turf war.
Yeah, they were both in the scene and they had kind of a rivalry, a feud as it were.
Their feud. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I highly recommend watching that video to get like the whole story and to know more about everything and kind of like the little nuances.
Yeah.
Mostly because we don't have time to put that all in this episode.
And Shane and Ryan just do a good presentation. They're just so damn good.
So they actually brought on another team member from BuzzFeed for that episode because she is a huge Tupac fan and a huge fan of Biggie Smalls. So she knows like everything. Which, like, I think that was a good move for them to like bring in someone who's like, I know all of this stuff. Like, all right.
Cut down on your own research, increase your credibility. Like, this person knows exactly what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to let her take over.
Yeah. It's a good episode. Watch it. Mm-hmm. So he was at the MGM and was attending a boxing match with, I believe it was Mike Tyson, who was boxing. Mm-hmm. And as they were leaving, he was killed by gang member Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, who more recently came out as the killer, which was in a Netflix documentary.
Oh,
I don't know which documentary, but yeah, this is something that came out pretty recently.
Oh, shit.
In the last few years. So with the BuzzFeed video, they're like, we don't know who did it still. So to kind of know now, like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. So Tupac died 6 days later on September 13th from multiple complications from multiple gunshot wounds. Ugh, which is very sad.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you're going to get gunned down in the street, I imagine
I want it to be quick.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just kill me fast. I'll tell you what, you get me trapped. Yeah. I'll cooperate. Just Just do in the back of the head. I want to not feel
If you're going to kill me, make it quick. That's all I ask.
Yeah, that's
Make it quick.
Yeah.
I don't want to suffer.
Yeah. And then, maybe that was their point.
I mean, please don't kill me just in general. I don't want that.
Yeah, can I back up for just a second? Can we go?
I choose life.
There's a possibility. Yeah, I choose life. Pro-life, bro. I'm pro-life. Can we do that?
Yes.
Can we do? No? Oh, well, okay, then quick death, please.
So it could be that, like, the whole point was to, like, make him suffer.
Right, yeah. That sounds like they succeeded. God, that's 6 days. That sucks.
I know. He was in the prime of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, because of that, like, there's always the fear, like, oh, like, that's the end of everything. Since he died, he has had an extremely successful posthumous career. And that 5 albums were released since his death.
God damn. I didn't know it was 5. I knew that they had released some like newer stuff. I didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Tupac was worth more dead than he was alive.
Wow.
At this point in time. He made more money dead than he ever did while he was alive.
Not hard to see how a conspiracy would come about from that.
Yeah. I want to say is the year preceding his death, all 11 albums of his went platinum.
Wow.
I know. And they created a hologram of the rapper since his death.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We are all familiar with the Tupac.
If I'm being honest, I mean, as cool as it was, I kind of expected it to be something more than like a sort of faint image on a big sheet of like plexiglass being sort of flung around a stage.
Yeah. You have higher expectations.
Well, when you with things like Star Trek and Star Wars stuff and other futuristic sci-fi things, when you hear the word hologram, it kind of conjures a certain level of like sophistication in technology. And I feel, at least for my expectations, it didn't quite live up to that. Same with, like, if you're going to call something a hoverboard, it better not be touching the ground. I hope I'm not the only one who's as upset with the idea of these stupid, like, two-wheel things being called hoverboards. And I'm like, that's not what a fucking hoverboard is.
Yeah, I think anyone who watched Back to the Future was disappointed when the real hoverboards came out.
Exactly. It's not a hoverboard. Now they trademark
it doesn't actually hover. That's the point
hover.
Of what it's supposed to do.
It's a child's shitty Segway.
Yeah. So, because of his success and death, that's part of why people think that he faked his death in some ways, is that because he knew, oh, if I die, I'm going to make so much more money. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be more successful because of this. And in a lot of ways, you see stuff like that with quite a few people who gain more fame after they die, and especially if they die tragically.
Yeah.
And a great example of this is actually John Bonet.
What?
I mean, John Benet Ramsey, if you think about it, like, would we all know who John Bonet is if she hadn't died in a tragic manner?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't following enough. I thought you meant that there was a theory that I thought you were doing like a segue, like, and now we talk about how John Bonet is still alive.
Oh, no. John Bonet is definitely dead. Who killed her?
Oh, no. She's a goner. She's dead for sure.
She's dead.
She's actually Jennifer Lawrence.
That is not debated. It is not debated.
She's Jennifer Lawrence.
No, she's
Jennifer
not.
Lawrence. Yes, she is. I saw it in a National Sun article or whatever it is. National Enquirer. Not National Sun.
So,
The Sun, yeah.
With how long it took between him being shot and him actually dying, a lot of people think that was enough time for him to escape to Cuba.
Oh, all right.
Or a few other places. There's a few places where people think he is. Cuba's one of the bigger ones. I think he took a private jet to Barbados and then escaped to Cuba. And
okay. I mean, I don't really have any real hard feelings about that. So sure. Yeah.
A lot of people think that at the fight, he heard wind of this assassination plan and he switched spots with a body double who was actually the one who died.
Oh, so somebody did die.
Somebody still died in the end. I'm like, that doesn't make me feel better.
I hope that guy got paid a lot. Don't worry, your family will be taken care of.
Family's okay. And
but sorry, you gotta die.
Yeah. And that during all the chaos, he flew out in a helicopter and is now living in New Mexico. Which
okay.
Some
Still
people
stateside.
think, yeah, some people think he's living under the protection of a Navajo tribe in New Mexico.
Whoa.
I know. I'm like, this is like so much more involved than I would have thought.
As much as I don't think that any of this is real, I do feel like the Cuba one is a bit more believable. Just like something about like getting out of the country feels like it makes sense. I don't know why, but it feels like he'd be less noticeable somehow. But then, just going to Cuba and just getting out of the country. But the idea of like being watched over by a Navajo community just feels like an unnecessary detail. Like it kind of does. We know that this is a lie.
That he's in New Mexico. Like, leave him alone.
Right. We know that this is a lie because you're giving us too much detail. You're trying to make it complicated to make it seem like it's real, but you don't realize that you're undermining your own fabrication.
Yeah. And some of the reasons people think that he is still alive, they point to some of his song lyrics. And one of those is in the song Ain't Hard to Find, which was part of his album All Eyes on Me, which dropped in February of 1996. He died in September. But I'm going to read you the lyrics.
Okay.
Because anyways, gotta stick to what the truth is. And
I mean, of course,
people think the truth is.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I know all the lyrics by heart, but I think you should read them for the listeners who might not know. So for the listeners, let's do it.
I heard rumors I died, murdered in cold blood, dramatized. Pictures of me in my final state. Mama cried, but this is fiction. Some coward got the story twisted.
Wow.
And because I actually personally don't know that song by heart, like I could not say that in the way it was actually in the song for you, but that's
you're treading on delicate ice. I think we get it. That's fair.
I'm not gonna do that for you. I'm not a rapper. You don't want to hear that from me.
I think we get
the
you
Dolly Parton all day, but like rap not so much.
I mean, I think it's apparent what you're getting at anyway. Like, that is strikingly similar.
It is
to what one had assumed. It seems like.
Yeah, which to be fair, if he had known about the plot to be killed sooner, and just so happened to know like a good amount of time beforehand and was able to actually plan stuff out, actually would make a lot of sense.
And if he was especially trying to capitalize on it, you could kind of see him thinking about it ahead of time and putting this in here specifically to spur on sort of conspiracy theorists and bring more drama to it and stuff.
Yes. And with that, we're going to talk about some of the sightings of Tupac.
I saw him on stage.
Everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yes. I am shocked. So there's one of Tupac and Beyonce, which is from around 2012, 2013. And that one is specifically from the website, I think it's called Hustler. And I think the title was like Illuminati. Or has Photoshop gone too far?
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. So I did not end up reading it. I was like, I don't want to look at this right now. It's too much work. And I think the idea is that, it is leaning more towards the realm of Photoshop versus being a real photo.
That does really look like him.
Yeah, it does, which is kind of like the odd thing is that like it does look like pretty real.
Or it's a picture of him from the 90s with someone who just happens to look very similar to Beyonce.
Or he's taking a photo with someone else and someone photoshopped Beyonce in there.
Or vice versa.
Which is absolutely possible.
Yeah, or vice versa. It's just Jay-Z and they photoshopped Tupac's face onto his body. Like
they could have.
Yeah, unfortunately,
that is actually the easier way to Photoshop.
Yeah, well, and like, unfortunately, we live in the age where that would be so easy that picture means nothing.
I've done it.
Right. You're the person who did that picture? You did that picture?
I did not do that photo.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
At my last job, I put my boss and our co-founder, I put their heads on the heads of actors from like their favorite movie.
Oh.
And it was like it was intended as like a gift, as like a joke in a way, and it was like framed and everything.
Oh, it was definitely a joke.
Yes, it looked good though. Okay. It looked like it was done really well. So,
do you know the artist who did that?
Me, myself, and I.
It was really good work. It was so good.
Good work.
Good.
I'll show it to you another time.
Okay. I am curious now. Just tell me the movie. What was the movie?
Secondhand Lions, I think is the movie.
I have no idea what that is. Well, now I'm even more intrigued. I have no clue.
I'll send you the photo. I gotta.
All right.
If I still have it, I'll send it to you because I might not still have it.
Oh.
But Tupac was also cited at a basketball game in March of 2014. Which really just turned out to be a man who looked a lot like Tupac, and then he wore like the bandana the same.
Yeah.
And they kept like panning to him during the game and being like, "Look, it's Tupac," and he's like, "No, it's not." But like, thanks.
Or he's like
a good sport about it.
Oh, that's good. Figured he'd just be like, racism much? Like just because
To be fair, if you look at the photos, like he does look similar to Tupac, but he doesn't look exactly like Tupac. You're like, they look similar, like enough. Like I kind of get it, but I don't. A lot of people think he was at the BET Awards in 2014. And there's a photo of, it looks kind of like someone took a photo of like him like sitting in the audience.
Yeah.
There was also a sighting of him in Cuba in 2004. And this is the one that people get the most convinced about with him escaping to Cuba, is then seeing photos of him in Cuba. And there's also the photo from Kim Kardashian, which I don't know if you saw this one when it all came out.
What?
Oh, you got to Google this one because this one is really funny, actually. She captioned it, "Tupac is alive and working." And it's a guy who looks a lot like Tupac. Could he be Tupac? We don't know. And he's just like working at, I don't know if it's like the DMV or where it is exactly, but it looks like he's just like working a job with customer service, helping somebody.
I typed in Kim K, and the third choice for autofill was Kim Kardashian Tupac.
No way.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny. You got to tell me what you think of that photo.
I think I'm missing. It's him at a DMV. Oh, I think I found it.
Yeah. I think it's a DMV. I'm not like 100% sure though.
Yeah, I mean, that looks a lot like him.
Yeah.
Still don't think so, but like
looks a lot like him.
I do want to point out, not to like skip back, but if you look at the photo of him at the basketball game, it kind of looks like I'm sitting like 2 seats to his right.
Oh,
Glasses,
really?
bald spot. Yeah, I'm like, is that me? Did I go to a basketball game? Was I sitting next to Tupac?
I gotta check this now. Like, I'm curious.
With shorter hair and a shorter beard, but I was like, God damn, that kind of looks like me sitting next to him.
It kind of does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's from a top view, so it's like there's not a whole lot of detail.
There's another one where he's like on the phone and he's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you can definitely tell that guy is not you.
No, yeah.
No.
It's not the same guy. But yeah, that one angle.
The other view.
I'm like, oh shit.
At one angle, you're like, oh, is that me?
In this world where you can kind of pass off like even vague likenesses of people as whole conspiracy theories, I'm totally putting that on a t-shirt and being like, that was me next to Tupac. He's still alive. And I went to a basketball game at one point, apparently.
At one point. Woo!
Yeah, woo!
So TMZ also claims to have spotted him at a bar in New Orleans in, I think it was about 2009, so about 13 years after his death.
Wow.
Or no, that would have been 2000. No, that would have been 2009. Sorry. I can't do math today.
Who wants to?
Would have been 2009, and they're like, oh yeah, he's just like throwing back a few beers. They're like, cool.
I hate to give them the credit too, but TMZ has become one of the more reliable, like groundbreaking, or not groundbreaking, but like first to break story, like Hollywood news outlets. So
I know.
I could see people believing it.
Yeah. And some people claim to find him in the background of a lot of music videos, like for 50 Cent. They also think he hangs out with like 50 Cent all the time.
Sure.
Like,
because if you're trying to
both rappers in like the same area, like I think in one of his last albums he produced while he was alive, like he had a lot of people collaborating on it, and he had like Snoop Dogg on there, and I'm not even sure who else was on there, but it was it was his All Eyes on Me album. It was a lot of collaboration, so I'm like, perhaps a
very, very young 50 Cent.
It's very possible.
Well before his time, yeah.
It's, I'm like, that's kind of what happens when people are in the same industry.
Yeah.
And they live in the same area.
Yeah.
They hang out together.
There's a sort of mutual respect and everyone knows that when you fake your death, the best way to lay low is a decade later, find one of the biggest artists, hang out with them a lot, and be in their, I assume, internationally. Internationally played music videos. That's because why wouldn't he do that?
Yeah. Some people think he's living in Serbia.
What?
Saw nothing else on that.
Okay.
He could be there.
There's a few Twitter posts. I'm including it here. Nothing else about that. Why he's in Serbia? Who knows?
Yeah. Some people think he's in witness protection under the CIA.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like if you're having like this huge rivalry and you're just like, you know what, like we cannot deal with this right now.
That is probably my favorite theory. I mean, that would probably be the most plausible.
And then my favorite sighting of him, which I very much remember when this did happen and this being like a huge deal, was during the 2011 protests on Wall Street.
What?
I
never heard of that.
You never heard of people being like,
oh, no, I heard
Tupac
about the
was protesting on Wall Street.
No. What the hell?
My gosh.
Tupac protests Wall Street. I'm not even getting anything yet. I'm also typing Wall Street.
I am trying to remember.
Oh, yeah, he's in like a poncho.
Yeah, the yellow poncho.
What the hell?
That image showed up like everywhere. And it was like a huge deal. They're like, he was in New York. He was protesting Wall Street. Like, he's alive. I'm like, you're not going to talk about like him protesting Wall Street? Just that, oh my God, he's alive. Oh my God.
Here's the problem though. Tupac also bears a pretty striking resemblance to like Montel Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just has one of those faces where his facial features lend to him looking a lot like other people. So yeah. I feel like people like they're going to see him in a lot of places because he just happens to look like a lot of other people, or a lot of other people tend to look like him.
And I think we also need to remember that there are 6 to 8 other people in the world who look exactly like you do.
That's a real statistic?
Yeah, that's a real statistic.
Oh, that's awesome.
There are whole websites dedicated to like being able to find your identical doppelganger.
That's awesome. I want to do that. I also
with some of these sightings, I have been thinking of that, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. I also like the idea of, because it would also work through history. So there's likely going to be people that you look like in the past, and the number of like celebrities that have photos of people from like the Civil War that look just like them. And they're like, yeah, that's bound to happen. There have been enough humans at this point that we're going to get people
bound
that look
to share
similar.
facial features. It's going to happen. I'm still waiting to find mine, which I have had I did have a weird amount of people asking me when I was living in Fort Collins about, like, I think I saw you like at the mall in, I think it was like Parker, or it was Castle Rock. So still in Colorado, but south, like a good almost 2 hours. It was like an hour and a half. And they're like, I could have sworn like I saw you there last week. And I'm like, I very much live here in Fort Collins and like work here.
Yeah, I was not in Castle Rock.
Like I was not in Castle Rock. And it was in like some of my art classes where people are asking me that. I'm like, what are you doing in Castle Rock like on the weekend? Like, do you just go down there for fun?
Who has the time or the resources to just take 2-hour drives, 4 hours, because you'd have to get back too?
Yeah, so I think it was more just that someone and I looked a lot alike versus us actually being like identical.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm like,
unless you're lying to us and you were in Castle Rock.
Oh my God, I don't have the time for that.
Hanging out with Tupac.
Hanging out, me and Tupac, best friends.
So yeah, Celine and Tupac hanging out in Castle Rock. They went down to rock. All right. Shut up. It was flowing real good for a second there.
Moving forward, we're going to talk about Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Oh,
and this is where things with celebrities faking their own death is going to take a little bit of a turn.
Considering that she is very much confirmed to be alive. Yeah. Like she's still doing shows, and she did a promo on Sirius XM the other day. Yeah. So this one is very interesting.
So here's the theory. Rumor has it, singer actually died in 2003 and was replaced by a lookalike.
Oh. Okay.
So the standing theory is that she committed suicide after her grandfather's death in 2003, which is just a combination of like the pressure of her career and being so successful at a young age and just like this dark grief of death. And being that she died at the peak of her career, you know, record company didn't like that.
Except that we just got done talking about Tupac. who was reportedly committing or faking his own death at the height of his career, specifically to increase his own record sales, which worked.
Yeah. Which worked gangbusters for him. Yeah. And it worked for Michael Jackson. And it worked. I don't know how much that would have worked for Prince, but I know Prince was then brought back into even more popularity.
Oh, for sure.
Post-death.
It seems other than the very high cost of one's own life, the dying thing is very good for one's career.
Yeah.
So it seems like this, and especially since we literally just got done talking about Tupac, like it seems like this would have been a bad move for them to replace her and keep her going.
So the other theory, this one's like a two-part theory, is that she didn't die, but she was having a lookalike like stand in for her while battling Lyme disease.
Oh my.
And part of the reason people think that is because she was spotted at the store buying cheese when she was supposed to be like at home battling Lyme disease. People go to the store. Come on.
Okay.
People buy cheese from the store. Like
Avril
that
Lavigne.
one, I could understand the idea of being like, you know what, like I'm not feeling my best. It makes more sense to like have someone else stand in who can do this so I can put my health first. But to be like, oh, she was at the store buying cheese. Like there's absolutely no way she's actually sick.
Avril Lavigne can buy cheese.
She can buy cheese, people. She can buy cheese.
I think you could even make the argument that like, well, a star like that, she would have someone go for her. Sure. But at a certain point,
sometimes you want to do it yourself.
Exactly. And I think if there's one thing we've all learned from the pandemic, it's that anyone cooped up for long enough for their health or not, you want to get out and do anything at least for a little bit. She's like,
exactly.
They're like, Avril, you're so important to us. You're so important to the industry. We can't let you go out. She's like, I just need to go get some cheese. Yeah. She doesn't even care about the cheese. It's not about the cheese. She just wanted to go out.
It's not about the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. So part of this theory, which began back in May 6, 2011, which was started from someone in Brazil.
Wait, what? Brazil. Wait,
in Brazil,
she wasn't spotted in Brazil buying cheese, I assume.
No, she was in Canada buying cheese. What? She was at home in Canada. She is Canadian.
But she is?
Yeah, she is.
Huh. What?
I think she lives in Canada.
How did someone
in Brazil? She was at home, but someone in Brazil began a blog about why Avril Lavigne is not who she says she is. And part of the stuff they talked about is that after her first album, which I'm going to say right now, I do not believe that her first album was the peak of her career.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like she had more success after that, and I think that's just like kind of rude in a way to be like, oh, like her first album, the peak of her life, like she's still making music and she's still doing great things. Like,
I mean, the only thing I remember is Skater Boy and Complicated, which I think were from her first album.
Those were from her first album.
But I'm also not like a super Avril fan, so you know, I think it's fair to say that wasn't the peak of her career.
No, because I think back in the late 2000s is when she wrote the song. I think it's called Boyfriend. I think that's hey you, I don't like your boyfriend.
Oh, no, that's her.
No way. I think you need a new one. Yeah, that one. Oh. That's her.
Okay, so she did peak before that. Zing. Sorry. I have no reason to make jabs at Avril Lavigne. I just didn't know.
She's like one of the few celebrities who like you don't really hear about, and you're like, oh yeah, she made a song.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Go get him. Oh, yeah, sweet little Canadian sweetheart. Look at you.
Yeah,
go.
that being said, I know Sydney had I think it was her second album.
Yeah.
And her first one. We had both.
Nice.
And we listened to it like all the time. So the theory with her lookalike is that her lookalike's real name is Melissa, and that she was originally hired to distract paparazzi. Which,
okay.
Given how things were with Britney and other celebrities of that similar age and that time frame, makes sense. The paparazzi are crazy. I just feel so bad for famous people with the paparazzi like constantly there in their face all the time. Yeah. I understand.
Relentless.
Like why? Relentless. I understand 2008 Britney. I get it.
For sure. Yeah. And so Avril Lavigne takes it upon herself to pull a little bit of a Padme Amidala, as it were.
I don't know what that means, but yes.
Star Wars? Anyone? Huh?
Audience?
Hey, Star Wars? Yeah, anybody in Star Wars? Padme Amidala?
I'm sure someone knows. She
has a kid with Anakin Skywalker. She has a body double, is what I'm saying. Yeah, it was Keira Knightley was the body double of.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was Keira Knightley. Look, if you ever watch episode 1 again, look at her Padme Amidala's body double.
Well, I've never seen episode 1, so.
Oh, we'll get there.
We will get there.
Yeah, we will.
But either way, she, as a body double, was taught how to sing and how to perform as Avril to kind of like help take the pressure off and to actually like be able to trick the paparazzi.
Yes, right. If she somehow gets cornered, whatever, hey, sing a few bars or something, she can convincingly pass as Avril Lavigne.
Exactly.
As much as possible. Yeah, okay. All right.
And with the theory being that she died in 2003 and her record company being like, hey, we can bury this news. We can use you because you already know this stuff. And we can just keep making money.
You will become Avril Lavigne.
You will be Avril Lavigne.
Melissa is dead.
Yeah. And then Avril.
She's kind of like Doctor Who. I kind of like the idea that Avril Lavigne will live forever as new reincarnations of herself. Yeah, she's sort of like Men in Black, but for like punk rock pop stars.
Yes. So
oh my God.
She went on to, the idea is that she went on to record all of her work after 2004.
Okay.
And that initially she had some trouble assuming the identity of Avril Lavigne and that she made different nods to this being the truth in her second album, Under My Skin, which they talk about it in, if you read the blog post for it specifically and like the Wikipedia article about this conspiracy, there are some nods in like the booklet and like some of the wording being a certain color and stuff like that. And that there was also a promotional shoot in which she had the name Melissa written like on her hand.
But what? I'm not Melissa. That's not who I am. Wouldn't she have Avril written on her hand? Why would you have Melissa?
Because she's trying to show people that she is Melissa, not Avril.
It was her. Okay, she was like sick of being stuck or something. She wanted to like reveal the truth. That is
the idea.
Okay.
So then the theory gained traction in 2019.
Wow.
And a lot of people dug into the appearance and disappearance of various moles.
Oh, yeah.
And blemishes on her skin. Not like you can get a mole removed.
Or use makeup.
Yeah.
Stars never use makeup of any kind.
I know.
Or touch up.
Avril has briefly talked about this, and she talked about it on like a Facebook Live. And she's like, I am flabbergasted that people think this is real. And she thinks that it just gives people something to talk about because they need to talk about something and because they're bored.
Yeah. Well, 2019, again, pandemic, sure.
And if you do read the blog post, it does actually say that it was written to show how conspiracy theories get started and how just those little things can then spiral into these bigger things. And they did a whole BuzzFeed article about how she accidentally made a conspiracy theory about Avril Lavigne. Which is actually kind of funny.
Oh, so the Brazilian blogger you were talking about,
yes,
the whole point wasn't, they weren't trying to actually perpetuate a
no, they were not,
like a theory. Wow.
I know. I think that's like what makes it funnier is they're trying to demonstrate how conspiracy theories work and thus then created a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I mean, theory proven. There you go.
That's pretty great. To be fair, I would totally understand if any celebrity was like, I'm going through a hard time right now. Like, I'm battling stuff with my health, whether that be physical or mental health, or just like trying to escape the paparazzi, hires a body double. Whatever works for you, you do you.
For sure.
Like, I can respect that and I can understand it.
If you have the means, if you have the desire, if you
just pay them well. That's all I ask is just
pay them well. If you have the need.
If you have the need, do it, pay them well.
Although always remember, if you get yourself a body double that can replace you, they will.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, if you make a second version of you who can sing those songs and write those tunes and market themselves as
she doesn't have to write it. Someone else can write it.
Well, all right. We're focusing on the wrong thing. Don't create a second Avril. That's my point.
Don't do it. Moving on from Avril Lavigne, we started with the king. We're ending with the king.
Oh, yeah, with the other king.
Michael Jackson. You're welcome.
Very nice, yes.
You're welcome.
The Dark King.
Our king of pop died on June 25th, 2009 from acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication in his home in Los Angeles.
Oh my God. Not to kind of change the subject sort of, or like quick aside, but like 2009?
I know.
That felt like 3 years ago.
It's
been over 10 years?
Ugh. Yeah. I
gotta get my shit together.
It was starting into it was the summer before my freshman year of high school.
Oh,
and we did like a whole thing with dance team for Michael Jackson at State, which is how I remember the year with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
So his doctor, Conrad Murray, administered the drugs that a lot of people believe he gave him too much. He was giving him stuff for like anxiety. He was giving him like this anesthesia type drug that, if you remember, like at the time of his death, a lot of people are talking about how he was asking for this milk, which is like what they referred to a specific drug that his doctor was giving him that he should not have been giving him.
Yeah. Oh, that's
in
so
the first
creepy.
place.
I need my milk. Oh, that is so creepy.
So, going to the night of his death, Michael Jackson was rehearsing at the Staples Center I know they were working on his documentary at the time, or that was like just finishing up. He was rehearsing for like this big performance at the Staples Center, and he showed up kind of late for rehearsal at like 6:30, and they didn't actually start rehearsing till 9:00 at night and went well past midnight. And part of it was that he said he had some like laryngitis, and he's like, oh yeah, like I'm maybe not feeling too well.
Yeah.
And you do see that in his documentary, like he's kind of standing in some of the places, but he's not like doing all of the movements. He's more what we say in dance is like you're marking it, or like you're maybe moving an arm and kind of like doing the smaller movements.
Yeah, he's like kind of
actually moving everything.
He seemingly is like too tired to really get into it, so he's like keeping pace. he's sort of keeping time with where he's supposed to be and doing some of the moves, but he's not doing well.
Well, which is kind of the funny thing is that like you do that to warm up. And you do that.
Okay. Like, yeah, so that might have been a legit just pre-show thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you see it in his movie that came out like shortly after he died, where he's doing some of that stuff and people are like, oh, he was so tired, like he was so sickly. But then you keep watching it and like people would pull like those earlier parts of the footage and be like, oh, see, like he wasn't doing well. And then like you actually see him later and he's like full on doing stuff. And you're like, no, that's like, it's a typical warm up. And
so, yeah, it's more like
if he's having laryngitis, he's going to save his voice till the actual performance. Like, that's not weird.
Right. And it's more like he's mentally practicing, but he's saving his strength, like his physical strength for the actual performance. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So then that next morning is when his doctor said he went in to check on him and found him in his room not breathing. Oh. That he had a weak pulse but was still physically warm.
Physically warm?
You know, like, there's always the, like, they feel cold.
Yeah, like, if you're alive, you're usually warm.
Yeah, I'm like, well, if he still has a pulse, like, yeah.
Right, he'd almost have to be warm.
And he said he tried to revive him for 5 to 10 minutes, but was using non-standard CPR.
What the fuck?
And I just had a moment while researching this and being like, what the hell is non-standard CPR? Like, what does that even mean?
And why would you admit it?
Actually doing CPR is what you're telling me.
He's doing like single hand chest compressions while eating a sandwich.
Which,
man, come on, Michael.
My immediate thought, because I've been watching a lot of Dr. Mike, who like, shout out Dr. Mike, you're wonderful. He always talks about chest compressions, chest compressions, chest compressions, chest compressions. And that it's supposed to be 2 hands, 2 inches deep, and you break those ribs.
Yeah, oh God, that is always...
It is better to break the ribs than to worry about whether that is okay.
Right.
No one's going to question whether you broke their ribs or not because you saved their life.
I've heard that too, and it just always... That's why, like, I don't think I could ever handle that kind of pressure. Mm-hmm. Because I still very distinctly remember I took, like, one little CPR course in high school, and I kept asking them about, like, this doesn't feel realistic when you were doing the chest compressions on, like, the dummy. And they're like, well, it's not going to feel exactly like doing it on a human, but it's meant to mimic the actual pressure and the depth that you're supposed to go. And I'm like, but I'm like crushing this person's sternum. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you might break bones, but you got to keep that blood flowing.
I have heard that the first time, if you ever do this, like going into a medical profession, doing it and hearing the ribs crack the first time is very startling.
I would imagine. That's got to be horrifying.
Yeah. So just going back to his doctor being like, I used non-standard CPR. I'm like, okay, well, like, what does that mean? So when you do CPR, you're supposed to do it on, like, the floor. Mm-hmm. First, he did it on, like, the bed.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not getting adequate, like, pressure in general.
The bed's going to have a lot of give. You're probably not going to get the compression that you need.
Which you can do it on a bed, but it's making sure, like, you get the right pressure. So you absolutely have to use 2 hands. He's like, oh, but I used 1 hand and I put, like, the other hand underneath him to, like, prop him up. I'm like, you're such a fucking dumbass.
I was right. He used 1 hand.
Just 1 hand.
That makes me so strangely happy.
Holding him.
Yeah. Well, I was giving him daddy's milk, and I wanted to cradle him like a baby. I was eating a sandwich with the other hand. So.
Oh God.
I am going to maintain that he was eating a sandwich in his other hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna say right now, for anyone, do not do CPR like that. For one, take a class. Get certified.
Definitely get certified.
Don't do one hand and like the other like underneath somebody. Like no.
Yeah.
That's not how you do CPR.
Did you watch that show on Netflix with Jessica Biel?
I fucking love Jessica Biel. First off,
she's awesome. Yeah. Her and Justin Timberlake are annoyingly cute. But she was in a show where I'm gonna have to look it up. It's called Serial Killer or something killer. She and her sister, I believe, end up in like a traumatic event.
Ooh.
Long story short, it features a scene where someone doesn't know how to do CPR right. And things go poorly.
Oh God. Yeah, just get certified.
Yeah, just get
certified. Hope you never have to use it. Unless you're in the medical field, then like I'm sorry. You signed up for that.
Yeah, and if you're like committed to it, keep recertifying. Don't just do it once and then consider yourself good. 10 years later, you're not going to remember everything, so keep going.
And not only that, but like your certification only lasts for like 4 years, so recertify if you have not, and you need to. So his doctor, who I am already not a fan of, was like, oh, but like I couldn't use. They didn't have a landline like in the hotel, but like I couldn't use my phone to call 911 because he didn't know the exact address.
Wait, that's why he didn't call?
That's why he didn't call. And he like ran downstairs and was like, I need help. So already there are so many things just with his death in general that I have so many problems with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. This is 2009, where we do have smartphones, and you can look this up on Google Maps on your phone, in your hand.
Yeah, it's in your hand. It's right there.
Which this was like the early time of the iPhone, but you still could do this. This was still an option.
Right. Yeah, 2000. It's not 2003. It's 2009.
No, 2009.
Yeah, we've had a generation or two of smartphones that have this capability.
Yeah. So with that, when the paramedics did find Michael Jackson, he was in full cardiac arrest when they arrived on the scene.
Ugh.
And they did not see a change in status on the way to the hospital, which is according to the Los Angeles Fire Department and their paramedic team. Despite what the doctor said, he's like, oh no, he was still alive. And they're like, no, he was not.
We saw you holding that sandwich.
We saw you holding the sandwich.
Yeah, we weren't holding sandwiches, you son of a bitch.
With that, a lot of people, especially his family, thinks that he was murdered. And there was a whole wrongful death lawsuit.
Yeah.
That is going to be a story for another time because this whole thing made me so angry and it's just
okay.
But that being said, there have been a lot of sightings of Michael Jackson.
Of course.
And
in Las Vegas.
Not in Las Vegas, but with that, I do actually want to show you a video.
Okay.
Of a YouTuber. His name is Jeffrey Perez. And he is actually a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Okay.
So let me just share this with you. I've seen a few of his videos. And he very much sounds like Michael Jackson. Has a look like Michael Jackson. So just let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I've seen some of this guy's stuff. All right, yeah.
I love this video.
Yeah.
And he actually does do an interview with Ellen, which I am going to pull up and show you a little bit of because I do like really enjoy this video. And I'm going to put a link to his channel in the show notes because I think he does a really good job.
He really does.
He does. He sounds like Michael Jackson just like normally too, which I think is kind of cool.
2 hours.
Oh, Ellen.
What a fall from grace.
Oh, I know. I know.
There's another episode.
It
Oh,
is.
man.
I think it's about here, so I'm gonna skip forward a bit. And there's his friend like beatboxing with him, which
I like that.
I love that they do that together.
Yeah, I like that it's like a beatbox Michael Jackson duo.
He does a really good job, and I'm just generally impressed. He has a similar like body structure too.
Yeah.
Which I think like makes it more realistic.
I'll admit that song feels like it loses a little bit without like backing musical composition, but
just a little bit in that regards, which
impersonation of Michael Jackson is insane.
Oh, yeah, which again, I'm going to do the link to his channel versus the video from Ellen that we just watched so that I think he has like all of his videos on there. So people can watch that and enjoy what a wonderful job Jeffrey does.
Yeah.
So outside of impersonators, which he has many of, just like Elvis, people have just kind of claimed to have seen him in a lot of places. One of them being just like walking down the streets in like China. Just kind of like a weird place. I'm like, okay. No, nothing to back it. Just, like I saw him like this one time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I was high on opium, but fuck it. I still saw Michael Jackson.
There is a theory that he was in the music video Save Your Tears by The Weeknd.
Of course.
And if you watch it in the beginning, no, it's not. It's not I think it's like kind of the beginning. He's the masked keyboard player and he hands The Weeknd the microphone. And then he does like a lot of Michael Jackson dance moves, which I am going to state right now are not exclusive to Michael Jackson. And that is like, he is the person who made it popular. He is not the person who created it. And that's very common in dance. For
does he ever remove
this person?
Does he ever remove the mask?
No, he does not. So there's absolutely no real way to tell.
It's clearly Michael Jackson then, because literally nobody else ever does those moves.
Yeah. So The Weeknd is the one doing the moves, but they're like, oh, it's a nod because wait,
what?
The keyboard player has like the same like stances and stuff that Michael Jackson would have had, and like he looks similar. Like,
wait a minute. So the keyboardist never really leaves the keyboard.
No, he's just not.
The Weeknd is the one doing said moves.
And people think that because the keyboard player looks like he could be Michael Jackson and that he then does these very Michael Jackson popularized dance moves that it has to be Michael Jackson at the keyboard.
Which would make him roughly 63. Didn't he die when he was like 51 or something?
Yeah, he was in his 50s when he passed.
Yeah, so it's almost 15 years later. He would be or a decade, and he's in a Weeknd video, not removing his mask and doing Michael Jackson popular stances.
Which I will say, to be fair, that would be like a total Michael Jackson move to have the face covering and like hide his identity.
Yeah.
He was known to do that.
Well, and as the skeptic I am, I can't say that it isn't Michael Jackson. But
that's
I think
the thing is
evidence...
you can't say it isn't, but you're also like, is it though?
But also as a skeptic, I know that the burden of proof lies upon the people who are claiming that it's Michael Jackson.
And some of these, you're like, wow.
I'm honestly, I thought there was going to be better stuff than this. And maybe there is. I'm not saying there isn't more. But I mean, like, even with the Tupac, the Tupac ones are really compelling. It looks a lot like Tupac. He's in a Weeknd video where he doesn't move much and he has a mask. I mean, you got to give us something better than that.
So there are quite a few different ideas as to why he would have faked his death. And one of them being that he was trying to escape a smear campaign against him, which we all know Michael Jackson had plenty of controversy during his lifetime. So like that's
Yeah.
not surprising that something like that could have been happening. And then he's like,
it seems
no.
like it's less a smear campaign and more of a reveal of disturbing truths. But I
Possibly.
also don't have the evidence to prove that necessarily. But either way, I can see him wanting to escape that.
Yeah. And some people think it's because he decided to change religion and just wanted to escape for like just peace and to be away from the limelight.
I didn't know he was religious at all.
I didn't either. So I'm like, that one feels like a big stretch to me.
Yeah.
And one of them being that he very much did want to escape the pressures of being famous and the limelight and kind of just wanting both versions of like that life of being normal but also being famous. And
yeah,
I feel like that is like a true testament to who Michael Jackson was, and that like he did want this privacy in his life, but because he was so famous, he couldn't get that.
Yeah.
And kind of just wanting to like escape it and lay low. Like, dude, I don't blame you.
Except that, much like Elvis, you're still Michael Jackson. Like, you can't just escape.
Yeah. Some people do believe that he is going to come back bigger than ever.
Oh.
I'm not sure how, not sure when. That is a thought. But
just someday off in the distance, there'll be a rumbling of the ground and a faint echoing. Yeah. And then a beam of light will shine across the sea, and he will the oceans will part, and he'll just sort of float over the sand. Yeah, I have returned, and I'm going to rock you. And he goes right into Billie Jean.
Billie Jean is my love.
Oh no! And then he does
I don't think I can say more of that song, so I'm gonna just like stop.
Yeah. And then he does a whole version of Thriller, but with like sea creatures behind him.
Oh, that would be cool.
Dude, Disney, get on that and do a video of like the crew of Pirates of the Caribbean 3 with what's his name?
Davy Jones.
Yes. And just have them do a whole Thriller scene on like the deck of the ship.
Honestly, I would love if they took everyone who was from Davy Jones's ship and did that, just because that would be so beautiful.
It is. That was honestly, I didn't even really care. I thought it was good anyways. But the animation and the creativity behind some of those creatures
done really well.
It was, and then that it's oh my god, I can't remember his name now. But the guy who played Davy Jones was just
yes, I cannot remember his name, but yes,
wonderful British actor, and it just the way that he spoke, his mannerisms, and so good. Oh god, that was good. Anyway,
that is the idea that he's going to come back. Okay. And some of the support behind him faking his death is that a lot of people thought it was really planned out and very thoughtful. And that like a lot of his like records for like his death certificate and everything say Michael Joseph Jackson instead of Michael Joe Jackson.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know.
It's the Aaron thing all over again.
And it is the Aaron thing all over again. And that leading up to his death, there was a lot of instances of him being in and out of the hospital and like battling an illness.
I remember hearing about that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then shortly before everything that happened with his death, his security cameras at his house disappeared, which either you're just a really good criminal and you got rid of those before you committed the crime.
Would you say a smooth criminal?
Yes, I would. I would say that is the work of a smooth criminal.
Hell yeah. Andy, are you okay?
No, Andy's not okay.
Sorry.
Not okay.
Not okay.
It is one of those things I'm like, if that is the case, like that actually would in some ways make it easier for him to then escape and start a new life because they don't have the footage of other things. I'm like, but it also just makes it easier to like commit murder.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where I stand on that, but I will end that as much as we would like to believe that a lot of these celebrities, excluding Avril Lavigne, are still alive. I think it is safe to say that that just is not the truth. Except Avril Lavigne, who is very much alive.
Who's very much alive.
She is alive. I'm going to say that.
We can pretty confidently say that she's Doctor Who or both.
Or
she could be
both. Who is to say?
Who is Avril Lavigne's to say? She's alive.
Lavigne is to say. Considering that she is flabbergasted that people believe such lies.
Did she actually use the word flabbergasted?
I think so, which is I do enjoy that word.
You know who uses flabbergasted? Clones. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here first, people. Avril Lavigne is a clone. They are genetically predisposed to the use of flabbergasted.
Any other like big words you think they'd be prone to the use of?
Farfignugan.
Not whimsical. Whimsy. I feel like people don't use whimsical enough, so.
That's true. I like to say whimsy every so often and whimsical.
So that is our episode for everyone.
Wow.
I'm sure we will talk about some of these celebrities down the road as wonderful people in history.
I don't mean to. This isn't really a statement on her at all, but I have never been more interested in Avril Lavigne than I have been tonight. I don't think I was necessarily in the demographic for her music. I don't think it was.
That's true.
It was bad music, but I do like the idea that she essentially pulled a Padme.
Yeah.
I kind of like that theory. Although I do have to admit, I'm gonna have to bring up the idea of Elvis to my dad and just be like, "What would you say if I told you that he is a groundskeeper at his own estate? You could have shook the king's hand."
Can we wait and have your dad on a podcast just to talk about Elvis and then bring up this idea to him and catch a live reaction?
I'll forget anyway. So
I want that.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll want to do this, but we can try.
I will ask
I'll tell you what, if he was ever going to do it, yeah, get him to sit down and talk either about Wyatt Earp or Elvis, and he's on board.
Okay, wonderful.
Or at least that's your best chance.
Perfect. I know I could talk to him about a lot of things, but I feel like I really want to know his thoughts on Elvis.
Oh yeah, he's been to Graceland. He's done the whole thing. Yeah, he would love to talk about Elvis. His main Sirius satellite station is the Elvis station. He listens to it all the time. He likes to bring, and it's really good. And he always remarks how you can tell how like they're coloring his hair and they're dabbing his sweat away, and he has gained like 30-40 pounds. And Dad always says, he's like, but goddamn, can he still sing? And he gets out there
he can.
Oh, it's just, he's unmatched.
He really is. He truly is.
Yeah.
Oh, Elvis.
You better be tending those grounds. I don't need you to reveal that you're Elvis, but I just want to go there someday, shake your hand, and just see a little twinkle in your eye.
A little wink.
Yeah, just a little. Hope y'all enjoy it in there. I hear it's nice. I hear it's real nice. I've never been myself, but you let me know what you think. And then goes back to
I'm gonna just be waiting for Michael Jackson to like arise from the sea.
Yeah. But he's like an undead lord now. And and that's what Elvis is waiting for. And you're there in Graceland, and Elvis turns around and he's holding his rake and he tosses it aside, and then he snaps his fingers and drops. Yeah. And all of a sudden he's adorned with a cape and like a bejeweled white suit, and he's like, I gotta go protect the earth. And then he just flies away. And
this is what
Michael
Jackson was waiting for with the CIA. And
yes! And the whole time. Yes. This is why the FBI enlisted
this is in the
Elvis
first place.
Yeah, and the CIA has been attempting to hold Michael Jackson at the bottom of the sea for centuries.
Damn.
Or a decade, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I mean, we've
certainly
devolved in some interesting theories.
You goddamn right. Hey, if we're going to go conspiracy theorize, yeah, we may as well go as far as we can.
Yes. I mean, we'll just stew on those and like come up with our own to present to you, everyone, our audience.
That would be fun. Yeah, that'll be a Patreon episode. It's just like the wildest theories with absolutely no support.
We're just off of.
We're just going to come up with the most insane theories that we can. Yeah.
Yes, I would have a good time.
Me too.
Yes. Well, do we have any ratings for our stuff today?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Just
first of all, I mean, before I even like
I do love mounds, so like I mean, 10 out of 10 can't go wrong.
Yeah, when I was glad you said you like coconut because I'm like, well, then we're doing mounds because I like the wordplay of it. And they're just great. And I used to eat almond joys and be like, why are the almonds in there? I don't like. And then I just
the same way
for years. They're right next to them. They're right next to them in the store. I never realized that they have the same kind of labeling. I never knew what they were. And then my mom.
I think it's like the same company, but they have just like one without nuts.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. They're the same stylized label and everything, just a different color scheme. And literally one day my mom brought them home and I'm like, these aren't almond joys. And she's like, well, I know, but they were out. Yeah, no, because I had asked for almond joys, which I'm sure always confused her because I would remove the almonds and like either eat them separately or throw them away. And
I would eat the almond out first and then eat the almond joy.
Yeah, that's what I would usually do too.
And I still do that. I still do that to this day.
Yeah, even the little like the Halloween versions, the bite-sized ones. Bite the
eat
almond.
The almond first, bite it out, and then eat the almond joy.
Yeah, and you enjoy it with the milk chocolate. And I also didn't realize for a long time that the thing that separates mounds from it is that from almond joys is that it's dark chocolate. Yes. And I couldn't believe it when she brought them home the first time. And I'm like, the fuck is this? And she's like, just try it. And I opened it up and I'm like, wait, this is just coconut? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, why? I'm like, are these new? She's like, no.
Where have you been all my life? Sorry, the candle is like dying.
Oh no. It's suddenly very dark on your end. What the hell?
Oh, I didn't turn the light on in this room. That's why. I live in the dark.
I was born of it.
Yes. My impressions are not to that level, so you know,
Oh, Bruce, I will break your back as I have broken your spirit.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Yeah, so I personally would say I'd probably give the drink about an 8 just because, I mean, I've definitely liked other stuff more.
Yeah.
It surprised me. It surprised me, and I do still like enjoy it. I don't think I drink it regularly just because it is strong.
That's true. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna stick with it. I was expecting like a 3 or a 4, and it was so much more than I would have possibly imagined. I'm giving it a full 10. Especially since this kind of came about of just like, I don't want to buy more stuff. I was trying to think of things we've already used that we can kind of combine.
Trying to like not buy
every episode.
Things.
Yeah. And it's like, we're getting quite a collection and we can try to make something that's like simple and has stuff that and so I was like,
we already have, or like is cheap to get.
Right. And it's like, this is just going to be one of those lazy weeks where it's a fun pun based thing. But it was, it was way better than I expected it to be. I was genuinely expecting it to be awful. And the Kahlua pulls it through. True. I was really shocked.
I was too. I'm pretty content overall, which is why I gave it an 8.
Yeah. I mean, that's still a good score. Fuck it.
It is.
And if you have any suggestions for episodes or pairings for us to try, you can email us at peculiarpairingspod@gmail. You can find us on Twitter at peculiarpairpod or on Instagram at peculiarpairingspod. You can also find us on Patreon. That's a lot of P's.
It is a lot of P's. But hey, we're here for that.
We're here for the alliteration.
We are. We really are. Yeah, so until next time, listeners, we're we're going to be bringing you a wonderful story. So we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
That was a good full one.
It was a good full one.
And hey, no technical difficulties for fucking once.
I know. I'm very excited.
God.
Thank God.
And as of right now, I would still like to try to make Tuesday as sort of the. Although I guess I'll have to ask Lily because she's supposed to be starting her nursing clinicals.
Okay.
And so those will be every Tuesday from like 1 p.m. to like 8 or 9 p.m.
Okay.
So that will probably be the best night for me to record.
Okay.
And And then,
Tuesday
random
works
Sundays.
For me.
Perfect. And then hopefully we can eventually get into more of a schedule to also do the other one that I suddenly can't
Adventures
remember.
Assemble, yes.
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll get there.
I came up with that and I can't remember. And I have been making little doodles of what I want like the logo to be and stuff. So
oh, yes. Yes.
Trying to good. Yeah, I'm still tooling around. But considering we only have like 2 episodes, not worrying about it too much.
Not too concerned. I did want to ask you because we can put this all under like one network, technically.
Yeah.
What do we want to call our network or like essentially our business in a way?